Keen to learn more about Quantum Break? Well, we here at Xbox On went over to Remedy's studios in Finland to find out 6 things you need to know about their upcoming release. What, in your words, is Quantum Break?
Quantum Break is this big action game spectacle, and it's very character-centric. It's a time travel story, and our hero, Jack Joyce, has superpowers to manipulate time. And the action and the gameplay is focused around, first of all, time breaking down around you. What's unique with Quantum Break is that it's a fusion of a AAA game and a live action show.
The game is about the heroes, it's Jack Joyce's story, and the show is about the villains, what is Paul Serene up to. So you actually get to experience both sides, which is very, very unique in games.
Time's up.
Deep story is really, really important to us. A lot of work, a lot of thinking has gone into shaping this story, shaping this universe. There is a huge amount of optional stuff to explore and discover and dig into.
So you've got the big job of combining the narrative with the gameplay, so how do you approach that?
Usually we start with story workshops, so we sit down with Sam and the writing team and they come to us with a big idea of a game and we figure out a way to make it into a game. Once we have that, once we have a screenplay, we sit down with the world editor, we have the screenplay on our desk as well, and we read page by page and we basically try to replicate it. The same way a filmmaker or a director takes a screenplay and turns it into a film, we take the screenplay and we turn it into a Remedy game.
Moments of choice for player in most games, it's just a mechanic on top of it. You are making choices, they're reflected in your experience. We wanted to put that idea inside the fiction.
And the way the experience works is you play through an act of the game with Jack, and then you get to something we call the junction, which is a short playable segment where you actually control Paul, the villain. And he sort of has the ability to see into the future. Based on that, you as the player have to make a choice. Do I sort of do this thing or that thing? And once you have made your choice, you get to watch a live action episode.
I'm so glad we could work this out.
Now there's also the live action series, so how does that interplay with the game?
The live action show for Quantum Break is crucial. It's very, very important. And for us at Remedy, it's been so exciting because we get to be the first to do this. So you'll see something from the show, and then some of the talented people here at Remedy have actually recreated in our world editor, so it actually comes across. So it's super exciting. Then when you combine it with junctions where you can change the show, it's been complicated, but really rewarding as well for everyone.
It's an interactive narrative piece, so inside the game experience, you get to make choices. And the game is Jack's hero's journey, and the show kind of shows you the other side of the story, what's happening in the enemy camp.
And that's something very, very unique. I mean, you get to actually experience both perspectives and sort of see that maybe Paul is not so bad. He does have an agenda, so I think it's very unique and sets us apart from the rest.
And depending on the choices along the way, kind of get your version of your Quantum Break universe.
I've seen where it all ends.
One of the big things we always like to focus on is kind of like differentiating ourselves from other games, like whether it was bullet time with Max Payne or the fight with light mechanic in Alan Wake. Instead of just having one core mechanic that you kind of utilize over and over again, we've kind of expanded on that and adding multiple time powers. And that kind of sits on top of what we've considered like the core shooting mechanics. Because we kind of have this Monarch Corporation and they need to be believable and intelligent AI, we developed the AI from scratch. So they'll actively try and flank you to try and get you out of cover, trying to make sure you utilize your time powers to the best effect.
The dialogue of the enemies when they're fighting you across the game, they actually react to you and your progress. So at the start of the game, they don't know who you are, but by the end, they're reacting in quite crazy. So they essentially have a journey themselves as well, which is pretty exciting.
As we play as Jack Joyce, we get to use different time manipulation skills. Could you tell us a little bit more about them?
Sure. We have time stop, where you can throw it around and you can freeze time in a focused area. We have time dodge, which is this quick dash through time. It creates a pressure wave as well, so dodging right into the enemy throws the enemies back. We have time blast, which once again you can throw around and it breaks time in a focused area. We have time rush, which is an extended version of time dodge. If you end close to an enemy, you have an option of taking them down, so you just wink out of nowhere to finish them off. There is time vision, which gives you this strategic perspective for you to interact in the near future.
We find that it's really fun to kind of utilize them together to kind of use, so you kind of like, you may time stop one character, freeze them in place while you're trying to manage the play field, and then you may dodge towards another character, shotgun him, and then blast an exploding barrel, which kind of takes out a bunch of other wave enemies. So we try to basically make sure that each time has fun by itself, so you can utilize it and experiment with it in however you feel. But then when you become more experienced in the game and you get further along, then you can use them together to make sure that you can defeat the enemies however you see fit.
I've heard on the grapevine that Alan Wake will be coming to Xbox backwards compatibility.
When you buy Quantum Break for Xbox One, you will be getting Xbox 360 version working on Xbox One, including both DLCs, the Rider and the Single. And not only that, as a pre-order bonus, if you pre-order, you are getting American Nightmare as well. So a lot of Remedy game in that one package.
So there are some cool Quantum Break facts from the team at Remedy. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, let us know what you're most looking forward to in the comments below, and subscribe for way more info from us in future. Or the past. We're very confused with all this time stuff. Bye!